The next day, I helped my siblings get ready for school and took them to school. Immediately I got back, my dad approached me. I was about to enter the house when he called, "Hello, please follow me," he instructed. I followed him without asking where we were going. We got to the entrance of the street and entered a Jeep that was parked on the right-hand side. "Can we go now?" the man on the steering asked. And my dad said, "Yes." I kept quiet throughout the ride until we arrived at a very big, gigantic mansion. The gates opened automatically for us to enter. I was still in awe when my dad ordered me to get down. At that exact moment, I became curious. "Daddy, why are we here?" I asked. "Nothing," he replied. "I just want you to follow me." "That's all," he said. I became scared as the earlier discussion we had flashed through my mind. We entered into the house. My God, the sitting room was like heaven on earth. An old woman welcomed us and told us to sit down. We did, and she left. A few minutes later, a handsome man came out and immediately shouted, "Mr. Williams," with a wide smile on his face. "Dr. George," my dad responded, smiling as he stood up for a handshake. "You finally came," he said, shaking his hand warmly. "Yeah," my dad answered. That's good," he said. "Good day, sir," I greeted, standing up. "Hey, young lady, how are you doing?" he asked. "Very well, sir," I answered with a slight bow. "That's great," he muttered, sitting on a nearby sofa. "So, Mr. Williams, is this a yes?" he asked, glancing at my dad. "Oh, absolutely, doctor," my dad answered. Good," he muttered. Madam Joy," he called out, and the same old woman we met earlier rushed in. "Yes, sir," she answered. "Go to my room, check my drawer, and bring me the green file inside," he instructed. She bowed slightly before leaving. "Do you need anything? Water, juice, whatever you want?" "This is your house now," he said with a smirk. "It's fine, doctor. We just want to get this over with as soon as possible," my dad said. Sweat formed on my forehead because I already knew what was about to happen. The room was cool, but I was burning inside. Madam Joy returned with a file, pen, and ink. The doctor gestured for her to hand it to my dad, and she did. My dad opened it and began to sign. "God, please don't let this happen to me," I muttered softly, already shaking in fear. My dad finished signing and handed the file back. Madam Joy took it and gave it to the man. He opened it and went through it, then took out his phone and made a transfer to my dad. 20 million naira, my dad exclaimed in excitement. "Exactly as agreed," the man said with pride. "Nice doing business with you," my dad said, standing up to shake his hand. He shook my dad's hand firmly. "Madam Joy," he called, "see Mr. Williams out to the gate," he instructed. My dad began walking toward the door, and I stood up to follow him. No, no, no. What are you doing? This is your new room, young lady. Sit," he ordered, gesturing for me to sit. "I refuse," I said, grabbing my dad's shirt. "Eloise, leave my shirt and do what George asks you to do," my dad demanded, yanking his shirt away from my grip and pushing me to the floor. He immediately walked out, and Madam Joy locked the door. "No, no, you can't do this to me, Daddy," I screamed, running to the door and banging it furiously. "Daddy?" I screamed again. "Can you kindly follow me?" Madam Joy interrupted, trying to hold my hand. I pushed her away, and she nearly fell. That was the beginning of my nightmare. Dr. George rushed at me and slapped me twice hard, then grabbed me by the neck. "Now listen to me. You will do as you are told. This is my house. I call the shots. Your greedy father just sold you to me for peanuts. If you want to enjoy your stay here, I advise you cooperate. Do you understand?" His grip tightened around my neck. I feared for my life and nodded quickly. He released me, and I gasped for air. "Good. Now follow Madam Joy to your room," he ordered. I followed her shakily, tears pouring down my face, as we climbed the stairs and walked down a quiet hallway. We reached a door, and she entered a password before it opened. She ushered me in. "This is going to be your room," she said, but I didn't respond. "Take your bath and come downstairs for breakfast. You look pale," she added. "One more thing. Do not try to escape. That will be the end of you. You are not the first girl brought here. Others tried to escape. They were killed. If you want to live, be submissive and follow orders blindly. Trust me, that will be the beginning of your freedom," she said before leaving and slamming the door. I collapsed to the floor crying. Then I remembered my mom. Mom. I wept even more, wondering how she would cope when she found out her only daughter had been sold off. As I lay on the floor, I thought about Madame Joy's words and forced myself to stand up, heading to the bathroom to take my bath. Just stay alive for me, Mom. I will come out of this mess and be with you again, I muttered.